Hello and welcome to a live stream with me, your host, Vos de Marcel. What's up, Max, Mr. Veterans, E-Tag? Is that on purpose that it's gate backwards? Or does your name have some other etymology? Drink. Yes, Big Daddy Neri, I will drink. Lovely. Yeah, the lyrics are indeed from Bohemian Rhapsody, Duvel. They're, I mean, I would not say it's one of my favorite songs, but it's high up there. I can always go for some Bohemian Rhapsody. Like, there are songs that I definitely connect to emotionally or whatever more that go harder for me. But there's incredibly little times that I would not like Bohemian Rhapsody. It's just always good. Erik Tycho van Auris Gooijaert. Etag. Tycho? Is that your name? That's a cool name. But it sounds more like... It sounds like a name from some nobleman from 150 years ago. Which is why it sounds cool, I guess. Ogre Battle. Ogre Battle is... I mean, it's good. It's from Queen 2, so it's good. Anything from Queen 2 is good. It's the best Queen album. But it's not my favorite. Thank you for the 2 months. Hoomlehops. Would you rather drink or eat coffee? I don't like coffee, so... Yeah. Drink, I guess. If you mean drink water, guys. Okay, I downloaded the custom scenario. It's from Arstigo. Called Last Resort. And the descriptions kind of sound like it's tricky. I don't know anything about it. I don't even know the goal. It doesn't say it here. So, I guess we'll have to figure that out. I haven't looked at it yet. Apparently no money factor, so money is not a thing. Guests are a bit more hungry and thirsty. Guests are more difficult to attract and it rains often. There we go. I mean, yeah, you know, a little bit of a coffee taste every now and then in a thing is fine. Like, I like a tiramisu. I've spent several days binge watching your videos and now there's a stream. Yeah, now there's a 2.5 hour long, roughly live video. Welcome, Poil the Pincushion. Okay, so Last Resort. Will probably be in either the difficult, like expert parks or the older parks. Oh, there it is. Goal to get 1,000. Oh, it's only a 1-year park. Well, then that is not gonna fill an entire stream, I can tell you that. We'll have to find something else to do, but that'll be fine. In an imminent doomsday where everybody will die in the coming year, design a small theme park so that people can have one last moment of entertainment before demise. Money does not matter, it's the apocalypse. That means we can't advertise. And without advertising, getting 1,000 guests in 1 year is I mean, not super hard. I mean, if you have like the entire world to build, it's fine. But with guests being more difficult to attract and such, I mean, yeah, it's not the Prophet song. The Prophet song is. I have feelings about the Prophet song, and they're really good. Anyway, let's get going. This is Last Resort. Need to get 1,000 guests in the park. And yeah, the apocalypse is coming. It's coming very much. There's a lot of fire everywhere. A lot of dead, presumably burnt down trees. Not really burnt down, but charred, I guess. A deserted road that's partially gone. Some buildings that are partially gone and very rusted and stuff like that. Yeah, I can't drown a guest yet because we don't have any yet. But I'll drown a guest as soon as we have some. And yeah, we need to get 1,000 guests. So let's get a move on, shall we? With a merry-go-round. Okay, there's the first guest. Now, the funny thing is, harder guest generation is enabled, right? That's what it said. But harder guest generation doesn't do anything until after 1,000 guests. So, after it doesn't do anything before the goal. Yeah, okay, rename the park Papa Roach. I've heard of that, but I don't really know what it means. And yes, the first visitor gets drowned. Guest numero uno. Bye-bye. Is that Bernice D? I forgot. Okay, so this will attract 40 guests? Something like that. We can check, of course. Where is it? Soft guest cap manager. 45. Not bad, not bad. What shall we build next? How about we start... Oh, we have a lot of coasters and stuff available. So I could use entertainers to boost their happiness quickly. Make it a little bit easier, but I opt to not do that. Merry-go-round, a classic. Of course. Merry-go-round, a classic. There you go. That's what you wanted, right? Absolutely exactly what you wanted. The rice selection is absolutely stacked. Yeah, I have no idea who this guy is who uploaded it. I mean, I guess I know his RCT Go username, but other than that, no clue. Without a classic, but I meant that name has to be a classic at this point. Duh. I'm not that stupid. I guess that's a thing they might have copied from RCT, like RCT2. Because a lot of the, like, just generic RCT2 scenarios also have a stacked right selection. And that is something that the RCT1 scenarios kind of do really well. Is they often only have, like, maybe 2 or 3 coasters available at the start. The downside is that if you build a bit quickly, you'll go through your ride types quickly. Which means you have to repeat or wait. And also a problem with the RCT1 scenarios is that in most scenarios you have, like, it's not like you get a huge variety. You never really start with, like, the steeplechase, the swinging suspended coaster and the inverted coaster or something like that. You always start with the junior coaster, the classic mini coaster, stuff like that. Wait, those are the same. The classic mini coaster, the wooden coaster, the looping coaster, the corkscrew coaster, basic stuff like that. Called a junior classic. Just without a capital as well. There's one scenario in Roller Coaster Tycoon 1 and 2 combined. There's one scenario that isn't spelled with a capital at the start. Do you guys know which that is? It has to be one that starts with a letter, with a number. No, there are none that start with a number, so they all start with a letter. Three Monkeys Park. No. At least I don't think it. No, capital. There you go. Okay, this is our little junior coaster. what would be the stats? It's really good value. It is, because they're not paying for it. I feel like I've seen which one, but I don't remember. You can easily look it up. Because there's... in 2 of my videos you can look it up, actually. Well, perhaps more, but 2 you can fairly easily look it up. Okay, so 4.44 excitement. I always like to see that when it's just the same number 3 times. 4.9 intensity and 3.18 nausea. Is this a trick question? The scenario is named after a city that isn't the capital. That is genius. No. Is there even one that's called... I don't think there's a single one that's named after a city, is there? Yeah, there's one called Gemini City, and there is probably a place in the world somewhere called Gemini, but that doesn't count. Diamond Heights. That should be named with a... that's with a capital. There's no reason for it to not be a capital. Oh! Oh, this is interesting. This is interesting. Look at this. Look at this. What is wrong? What is wrong in this image? At this rate, I'm going to fill the scenario, but I don't care. What is wrong with this image? Can you guys see it? The water on the mini-sus. That's not what I meant, but yes. That's because it uses the watercolor palette. It's not the water. It's the color of the suspended swinging coaster. That's light blue, usually, but it's a watercolor. So, it changes as well. Which is... I mean, I knew that. But this is one of the times that I'm like, huh, I'm actually noticing it. Okay, I need to build some, like, rides a bit quickly. But just spamming stalls is actually quite good. Because this is 7 times 15, no, 6 times 15 is 90. This, plus 2 times 5. This is 100 extra soft guest cap. Which is really quite good. Topspin also uses water. Yeah, it's green now. And so does the motion sim actually, because it's usually blue instead of green. Let's build one. I like the motion sim. How does the ATM still work? It doesn't. They just never use it. You can build it. It'll attract 5 guests. I can't find any scenario with a lowercase first letter. Ah, that's because you don't have it. It's not from RST2. It is included in RST1 Deluxe. Is it? No, I don't think it is. I had to separately download it. I call shenanigans. Do you? Haha! Ha ha ha! Haha! Gameplay. Did someone say it? Did I miss it? A promo park with the lowercase name. If you meant this, then yeah, you got it. Why is there a scenario called gameplay? These are like the top 4 of these were separately released with RST. They were downloadable from Chris Sawyer's website from RST1. They do count as official. Promo for gameplay.com apparently. Oh really? I didn't know that. Okay, so let's save this. Last resort. I'll show you all of them quickly. This is Fort Anachronism. I don't really know what anachronism is. I've looked it up at some point, but I forgot. So, this is, yeah, you know, rather simple scenario. Got a few nice trains. Goal's really simple, just a guest goal, 1250 guests. Got a little fort, some mazes. Anachronism means out of place in time. That sounds a bit liminal. Doesn't make sense for the time it's in. Huh. I mean, I guess a fort and a theme park don't really go together. You know, you usually see Mazdas and theme parks together more than forts and theme parks. Okay. PC player looks like this. And it's the words PC player spelled out in land. And it has an epic Hyper Twister coaster. With nearly 10 excitement, which is quite a lot. Called De Schlungelbaan. Wasn't PC Player a gaming magazine in the UK? Well, considering the name, De Schlungelbaan. Sounds more German. So maybe it's for the German version of the magazine? I don't know. And there's PC Gaming World, which is abbreviated as PCGW, or PCGW. Has a nice little, what's it called, wooden coaster. And then there is Gameplay, which is spelled with the lowercase. The Schlungel is jungle. Ah, right. Indeed, gameplay.com. With some very good coasters as well. I assume these are synchronized. Look at that, 10.5 excitement. And this one also 10.5 excitement. And yes, they are synchronized. Magnificent work. And then there's also Panda World, which was released for RST2 actually. Which got the Panda theme set and the Panda trains for the Junior coaster. And yeah, you got that if you downloaded it. Panda theme is not much. It's literally 3 items. But it's neat, and I include these 5 scenarios when I do challenges. When I said you could look it up on my videos, in 2 of my videos where I beat every scenario with restrictions, I had like a list of all the scenarios in the video, and I actually did spell this with a lowercase, because because it's spelled like this here. I know there are lowercase worlds in the Build Your Own, but I assume there might be like some lowercase words in others. They have maybe like an of in them or something like that. Wait a minute. These look different now. OpenRST2 has removed the like prefix. Ah, these are all these are no longer. Where are the original scenario names gone? Like this was called Robin Hood. Ah. Anyway. Let's get back into Last Resort. We need to speed up. Although, for now, we do have literally the highest possible guest generation. I mean, we could go a little bit higher. Like 850 park rating instead of 760. Scenario names were still on the bottom. Oh yeah, because they're loaded from there. Dark Age, Robin Hood, After the Asteroid. I think it's a shame that they've done that. I might give some pushback on that. Okay, let's build a rotor drop. Hill 60. What do you mean? Ooh, this is also very... Is there a scenario called Hill 60? Not here. I mean, maybe somewhere in my other parks. Hey, look at that. Glowazowski is rich. Of course you are. Drowned guest 69. Yes, Big Daddy. For you, anything. Also, hey, Mr. Federals, isn't it your big day in 2 days? How's stuff for that going? Let's build a quick launched looping coaster. Thank you for the bits. NY Ancient. And let's drink some water. You should tie the channel point reward to the sound effect of the guy saying we're rich. You can't do notifications for channel point rewards. Well, I mean, unless you get some like fancy outside stuff going on or whatever, but not natively with any like Twitch doesn't, like the Twitch API or whatever doesn't support that. At least last time I checked it didn't. I'm using a site for that myself. Oh really? Last time I checked, the site said, yeah, that's not possible. Okay, this will attract another 95 guests. I love the water changing color in previews. Years ago I made a good looking magma texture for water and make the water rise look very dangerous. Oh yes it does. Okay, what coaster type will I have to build? There's a lot available. Twister time, well that's easy. Well, it's stand-up trains, but close enough. What was the weather like on the morning of September 25th, 1975 in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil? I did notice you, but I didn't immediately have time to answer. Also, how should I know? I mean, it's a tropical place, right? So, rain? That's my guess. Rain. If we make this longer than 600 meters and have at least 6 excitement, which is not that difficult on the Twister coaster, then it will attract a massive 360 guests, which is the most possible for a single ride. Because it will, you know, where first it just rounds up all the soft guest cap naturally, as it usually does. Since we are under 1,000, it will keep at, it will not be changed. Otherwise it will be rounded down to 1,000, but we are under that, so that's normal. Which means that the Twister coaster contributes its normal 120. But with harder guest generation, it then goes again and only counts the rides that have over 6 excitement and are at least 600 meters long. And then counts those again, double. So it already does its standard 120. Then does that again, double. So it goes to 100 and there's another 240. I sent you the link to the service I use to tie sound and effects and text-to-speech to channel point rewards in the DM if you want to check it out. Oh, thank you. Okay, we gotta be careful to reserve some path space. Oh, look at that. That fits not. I was about to say that fits beautifully. Oh, it does. That fits absolutely beautifully. Is this 600 meters? We'll see if it is. Okay, that's the best space for the entrance, but that's fine. We don't really care about throughput at all. We just need a ride to attract guests. So we just need to be long enough. I mean, it will still attract 120 if it isn't. But it will be much more convenient if it is long enough. So, how long is it? It is long enough, but it doesn't reach the excitement because it's way too intense. Let's remove a few of those. Call the looping, I'm more classic. Is it though? It's not though. A merry-go-round is more classic. There we go, that's more accurate. Don't you have a prefab for that? Yeah, but that's boring. There we go, that's much better. By the way, what is the answer to the weather in Brazil on that day? Because, like, is it like a relevant answer? Was there anything weird going on, or did you just pull a random date? What is to you the least classic feeling coaster that was in RST1? Ah, good question. We have at least bought ourselves some time, because this thing has a soft guest cap of 360. Plus like 40, 40, 40, 40, so that's 160, so it's 520, 620, 720. We're nearing 800 already. So that's quite good. But let's build some path connection here. There we go. The answer is cloudy, probably, right. Okay, so let's have a look. So if we turn this off, and then only turn these on, and then do that. So the least classic trains, right? I mean, the air-powered coaster is not that classic, especially not in RST1. It's more classic than all of these, though. No, less classic, I mean, the face-off car, if you count them as like a separate ride, then it's definitely not classic. If it's a compact inverted coaster, it's a bit more classic. The hairpin is definitely not a classic. Maybe the inverted, maybe. Compact inverted is definitely more classic than the B&M inverted. Oh, you meant base game. Alright, I'll remove that stuff. That's not a lot of coaster types left. Let's see. It doesn't even have the proper inverted. I don't think the mini... The reverse freefall is not classic at all. I think the reverse freefall got my answer. There is something, by the way, that I wanted to show you guys. Because, as we discussed, you know, all these rides with water or a water-based color on it, they change as the water changes, or rather as the color palette changes. But changing the watercolor just changes the color palette. But they don't all do. Some don't for some reason. What? Huh? Huh? Oh, that's the only one? I thought there were more. Maybe they're not water rides, maybe they're other ride types. But yeah. And if you look closely, this is not the correct shade of water. Because if we briefly change to natural... and then we... Do you see the difference between these two watercolors? This is not a real watercolor. This is made using different colors, which is why it doesn't change. It will change with the color palette, obviously. But it uses colors that are not the watercolor. So if you just change the watercolor, this won't change. I never ever noticed this until I saw it being discussed in the OpenRCT2 Discord a few weeks ago. But I never noticed it. And why would you? Like, if you're just scrolling past it quickly, you would never notice it. Only a nerd would notice it. Now, I am a nerd, so I guess that's not really a good argument. But still, you get it. Okay, we are now on track to get 500 guests, which is halfway. By the halfway point of the year, which is the start of July. So I guess we're doing well. I noticed it when making custom palettes. Yeah, that's a time where you would notice it. Ooh, dang, we have a lot of custom scenery available. Custom, not at all custom. Just a lot of scenery available. Let's do some benches and some bins. They're still watching rides. I wonder if that's exploitable in some way. Guests watching rides. Or maybe it just isn't at all. Who knows? Yesterday I was at quite a special birthday. I saw someone there who I only see once every 5 years. But that's not really what the birthday was about. But my step-grandmother, so the mother of my stepdad, turned 95 yesterday. Which is very old. But she's still doing very well. Had a little bit of a health scare a few years ago, but she's fine now. She can still walk. Mentally, she's still super sharp. So yeah, it was a nice party. Yeah, took some pictures in different group settings and stuff like that. Had a little rain, quite a lot of rain. Luckily, it all fell down very, very quickly. So it was not raining for that long. Also had a little thunder. And there was some guy there who at some point I had a conversation with, and I did recognize him because he was at her 90th birthday party. He's like one of her grandchildren, but I don't know him at all because he's not family of me. So I only ever see him at my step-grandmother's birthday, which is only celebrated bigly every 5 years. So if she reaches 100, that's the next time I'll see that guy again. And the same goes for probably a bunch of other people. Oh yeah, this stuff's of course also all green now. There we go. Oh, hang on. If we remove this, we can... Isn't that cool? And then we can put, like, fountains on top of it. Oh. I wanted to press shift, but I was pressing caps lock, which doesn't really work. And then we can... do that. Look at that. Looks like gelatinous cubes. Yeah, I guess I kind of do. Definitely does not look like ice. Well, I mean a little bit still. The the way you can not you can't see through it, but the way it the way it's shaded, the way it's colored, still kind of looks like ice. Ooh, we also have green jumping fountains, eh? It's a shame jumping fountains can't be placed over bins and stuff. Rainy gelatin. Yeah, isn't it amazing? Are there any good custom color plugins out there? I mean, there are tons of custom color palettes. It's not a plugin, it's oops. Dang it. Like if I enable the custom ones, there are so many that I have. How about Norse palette 2? Or Palette of the Dead, which makes every guest just grey. Or P. Yeah, made by Max. Yeah. How about this one? Made by Neri. Or Dirkling Space Bloom, which looks really weird with on dirty grass and dirt. This is not the place it was made for. Same goes for Space Palette. I assume this was made for just using grass. Yeah, it's bluish hipster filter, which is a little bit more blue. Blue grass, which is, I guess, also made for grass. A lot of these are made for grass. Acid green water, which is just a water change. That this is an unofficial one. But yeah, you can do, you have so... Ooh. So many different ones. Okay, let's go back to whatever we had, which was green water. And let's build an enterprise, shall we? Shift is for 5 letters max. Caps lock is for anything more than that. I mean, I don't really play hard and fast with those kind of rules. I just do whatever is most intuitive for me at the moment. Okay, well, what is our soft cast cap? 907. On a modern game, those changes would have taken at least half a minute each to slowly load in, if it didn't require you to reboot the whole game. Maybe, but I don't know. Depends on the game, I guess. It is definitely true that RST is a whole very optimized. But that's of course also partly because changing the watercolor is not some... it's not like an afterthought. It was literally designed into the game for you to be able to select different watercolors when you designed the scenario. So it was optimized for that. Holding shift feels more like shouting than just pressing a button once. I agree. And I don't know this about myself, and because I don't really pay attention to it, but I suspect that if I do... I know I rarely use caps lock anyway, but people might use shift more if they want to shout and caps lock more if they just need to use caps for whatever other reason. That's of course entirely based on nothing, based on just feeling, so it might not be true. But it might also be, who knows. That's why someone with money and more free time than me needs to do some research into that. Threatening people is more menacing in lowercase. Oh yeah, that's true. Do you guys know the scene with Hagrid in when he gets Harry? And then he gets into like a discussion with Harry's guardians. What are they called? Not step parents, with his foster parents. That's it. About going to Hogwarts and Dumbledore, and at some point, they insult Dumbledore, and in the books, Hagrid is like, "Never insult Dumbledore in front of me," which, you know, I guess makes his anger clear. But in the films, he's like, "Never insult Albus Dumbledore in front of me." So stuff just gets quiet. And that's more threatening. Oh yeah, they are just his aunt and uncle, I forgot. Technically, I guess also foster parents. Or something like that. Hey Nisse, welcome. What's the goal? Getting 1,000 guests at the end of year 1. I was hoping this scenario to be a little longer, but yeah, we'll have it completed soon. Sometimes you need to adapt to the medium. Shouting might work better in the books, but in movies, which is both visual and auditory, the whisper might come across better. You're very right, and that is an issue I have with some Harry Potter fans, and of course it goes for all other like franchises that exist in multiple mediums. A lot of Harry Potter fans don't understand that some things that work well in the books might not work very well on film. A classic example is, of course, when Harry's name comes out of the Goblet of Fire. Dumbledore in the movies is like very angry and is like, "Harry, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire?" You know, shouting. While in the books, it is said, "Harry, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire?" And then Dumbledore asked calmly. And has become a big meme. I understand why. And of course, it didn't have to be that extreme in the film, but in the books, after Hagrid says that, and I'm paraphrasing here, of course, it's been years since I read them, but it is said that, you know, it says something like, even though Dumbledore was calm, Harry felt the seriousness of it. And he felt this was a terrible thing. That was clear from everything. It says something like that. I don't know what exactly it says. And that works great for books. Yeah, absolutely. But that doesn't really work for film. I mean, you can kind of do that, but having Dumbledore be really clearly agitated and being like, you know, shouting a bit and stuff and being a bit panicky makes it much more clear easily in film that there's something wrong. You can't... I mean, you can do it a little bit, but not as easily as in books. Because in books, you know, the way that it's written, like, as you kind of, you know, from like a narrator that narrates Harry's perspective, the narrator can describe stuff. And, you know, there's definitely stuff you can do in films. I'm not saying they did it perfect. I'm just saying that it makes sense why they went more of that direction. Oh yeah, Snape deflecting McGonagall's attacks towards the Death Eater behind them. That's a very good thing they did right in the films. Oh yeah, that's also, people say a Harry Potter series in 1 episode per chapter. That doesn't work either. You can't just directly translate books to film. Another thing that a lot of people take issue with is that outside of classes, the Golden Trio, and well, others as well, don't wear their robes very much after the first like 2 films and stuff. They just kind of wear Muggle clothes. And a lot of people don't like that, and they did not do that in the books. I understand why they did that. Okay, you know what? I need entertainment. I need to keep guests in the park. Because, you know, if you have Muggle clothes, you can much more easily distinguish them all. Distinguish the people. Yeah, and it also create a stronger bond, because they wear clothes more like you. But also, in the book, yeah, in the books you can just say, Harry said this, Ron said this, Harry was standing there. It doesn't matter what clothes they wear, because you're not seeing it. But in the films, that's the main thing you see for you to determine where everyone is in the scene at the moment. And especially, you know, if you're seeing people from behind, or, you know, very quickly moving about, whatever, stuff like that, then having them wear different clothes is a very easy way to distinguish between them, and otherwise they might be very, very similar. You might confuse them more easily. Let's see if I did the stats of this thing right. Yes, I did. 7.45 and 892 meters. So our soft cast cap should easily be high enough now. Yeah, 1362. There we go. Ooh, we got lightning here. And presumably some thunder as well. And again, I'm not saying the films are perfect. They're definitely not. But some changes that the films do that people harp on way too much are justified. Okay, how fast is it going in that turn? $50? Okay, that's good. Yeah, I'm not gonna read that. That's quite sweary. But I do appreciate it. Lightning and thunder, I get the feeling we live near each other. Do you, perchance, live in Groningen? E-tag. I live in Lake. Close enough. That counts. Drink some water. Good idea. Okay, 8:27. Yeah, we're on our way to beat this. It is in Groningen, except when I want to piss people off and say it's in Drenthe. I mean, it would kind of piss me off because it's just wrong. But does it also piss people off because they got like some kind of pride thing going on? Because I imagine it might. It's on the border anyway. I mean, I live in Groningen right now, and I still say I'm from Drenthe. That's because I am. I did not grow up here, but I don't feel like a Groninger at all. I think I find annoying that happens a lot in film due to time considerations is dumbing down of characters. Like Ron becoming comic relief or Sam and Pippin being much less capable and active than they were in the books. They definitely could have done Ron better. And done Hermione better, by which I mean making her less perfect, allowing her to have faults. Like, that's definitely on the films. But you are right that because the films are so much shorter and you can't describe things in... Like, you can't spend half a page describing how someone's genius or whatever in the film. You can't as easily do that, and as often. So, you're right, but they also definitely did that... did that wrong in the films. Or well, wrong... I mean, it's not like they completely made people entirely opposite of what they are. It's not like entirely wrong, but... It's definitely not perfect. What cars did you got from? You got for now. I got this thing. Wild Mouse, I got a massive Giga, which is... I mean, it's just an ugly Giga. I just quickly built random shit. A Looping, a Junior, and a Twister. Quick cash. This scenario is cashless, so... That's not really necessary. Okay, so I have a question for you all. Well, not really a question, more a thing that I'm kind of baffled about. Maybe you guys can shed some light on it. Tom Scott, right? He runs a quiz show called, or podcast / quiz show called Lateral. And basically people ask questions and then 3 other people have to find the answer, but the answer is never... It's never like a straight question. It's not, what's the capital of Germany? Leipzig, you know, it's never a question like that. So the question here was, this guy, he was on this quiz show called The Chase, or the German version of it, and he got asked a question. He knew the answer was Cologne, yet he didn't say it. Even though that would have gotten him money, he did not say the answer. But in the end, he did not lose out. Why? And what happened? So, why did someone who was in a game show not give an answer that would have gotten him money, would have gotten him 500 bucks? Why did he refuse to answer? He knew the answer, but he did not want to answer. And then also, the second part is why did, in the end, he not lose out anyway? Because in the end, he did get his 500 bucks. Did his wife win instead of him? That would have been funny, but no, that's not how the chase works. Not that I knew how it works, but from what I got from that, the video, 5 minutes video, what I got out is that's not how it works. Now, what happened basically is what I think is really, really stupid. It baffles me. I can't for the life of me understand it. And I think it's cultish. But I would like some of you to weigh in on it. So, the reason he didn't answer is because the question was who won this, I think the Bundesliga, this German high-level football competition in the 2018-2019 season. And the answer was Cologne, city in Germany. He knew that. The reason he did not want to answer is because he is a fan of the rivals of Cologne. Something Mönchengladbach. I forgot what exactly the name of that club was. And apparently he said, I know that, but I can't answer that. And then, because he was so loyal to his club, something Mönchengladbach, actually gave him, I believe, a tour of the stadium and a €500 gift voucher. What? Huh? That's why he did not lose out in the end, because the club gave him the money instead. That's kind of pathetic. Yes, I agree. I think that's bizarre. Isn't it München, Bayern München? I don't know. I just remember hearing Mönchengladbach. And the Welsh person who mispronouncing it entirely. The Welsh person who said it. That's on the same level as the barkeep from Amsterdam charging guests from Rotterdam fans cheering for Feyenoord. I mean, no one would have paid for that, right? He could have tried. I think it's a bit of good PR. I mean, I guess business-wise it makes sense for the club or whatever, but like, I'm a massive speed skating fan. That, of course, works a bit different because you have, individual skaters. Holy crap, it rains really hard now. Hang on. Can you guys hear that? We can, nice. Like, but we also do like we have events where it's like the Netherlands against something else, and I might be a big fan of the Netherlands or one skate or whatever. But like, if they lose, like, yeah, I might be sulking a little bit. I have definitely been, of course. But if someone then asks me who won, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I don't want to say because I don't like the other team. Like, jeez. I commented that as well. A bit, a little bit less offensive. I didn't really make as much fun of them there. But someone asked, like, I guess you gotta grow up in it to understand it. Because in some villages, or towns, cities, whatever, that rivalry goes generation back. Your father might be, fan of the same club. Your grandfather, your great-grandfather. And I'm like, okay, being fans of the club and whatever, yeah, I can see that. That's a great thing. But giving up €500 because you don't want to say the name of the club that beat yours or your rival, it's like, come on. Who should have won the 10,000 meter at the Vancouver Olympics? Sang-Hoon Lee. Because he was the one that did not have... that did not have a stupid coach. I mean, say stupid coach. Gerrit Kemkes is of course a brilliant coach. Well, was. He's no longer active. But yeah, I get it. Someone actually replied to me in that comment. He said, imagine if the question was which game destroyed the reputation of a beloved series in 2016, obviously referring to RCT World. I was about to seriously respond to that, but then I was like, nah, that's not meant to be serious. It's just a joke, so eh. The kurkschroef. It doesn't even have a kurkschroef. It's a cursed name. Yes, it is. I only care about sports during the Olympics. That's also the only time I feel patriotic. I mean, that's fair. I only care about soccer when it's the World Cup, and that's only... And I will cheer for the Netherlands then, so I get that. And the only time I watch football, soccer, whatever, same thing, is with the World Cup or European Cup, I guess. And then I will actually be for the Netherlands and cheer for them and be like a bit patriotic. While for my sport, the one I actually watch, which is speed skating, I don't really care particularly much about the Olympics. Not more than a generic world championship. And I also don't really cheer for my country. I'm definitely a big fan of some Dutch skaters, but I'm also a massive fan of a lot of foreign skaters. The Sven Kramer thing hurts nowadays. It doesn't hurt me. Like, that was 14 years ago. He's been retired. Nearly everyone else who was active at that time has retired too. The scenario has almost reached the deadline and we have 1100 guests in the park, which is plenty. It does make sense, Bezita Zita, that you are American, or rather, because you're American it makes sense that you are very patriotic during the Olympics. Because that's an American thing. Speed skating, right? Jordan Stoltz. He is currently 7 times world champion, 4 times this season. 2-3 months ago. And, hey, we beat it. And 3 times the previous season. Like, winning 4 world titles in a single season is incredibly rare. It's happened like a few times before, but it's incredibly rare. But in some kind of news segment where they had an interview with him or something like that I saw uploaded to YouTube, they did not call him 7 times world champion. No. They called him Olympian Jordan Stoltz. Because in 2022 he went to the Olympics and placed like 9th or something like that. That's ridiculous. But it shows how important the Olympics are. They will care about someone just going to the Olympics, but they will not care about them being 7 times world champion in the same sport. Like, of course, it's a massive achievement already to go to the Olympics, but tons of skaters go to the Olympics. But, like, he won 3 individual medals at the World Single Distance Championships. That has never happened before. He did it 2 years in a row. It's ridiculous. Anyway, we've beaten this scenario. I'll be honest, it wasn't that much of that much. I mean, it was fun to build little coasters, of course. I still had a decent time playing this, but it wasn't that enervating, really. The other events just aren't pushed here. I wish they were. I want to watch skating and gymnastics and swimming more than once every 4 years. You can. You absolutely can. I'm gonna try my scenario. Wait, that one? The impossible one? Or do you have a new one? It's, you know, I don't know about swimming and stuff, but speed skating, I know it's broadcast on some kind of obscure stuff in the US. New one, the dam breach one. Oh, you did make something like that, yeah. Wasn't it a while ago? Send it to me. This one was a bit underwhelming. That's the word I was looking for. I think the looping coaster... I don't think the looping coaster needs at least one looping. Now, you can definitely build a good looping coaster without looping. Oh yeah, I still need to clean up all these designs. I've cleaned up my corkscrew designs. Jellyfish has no looping, so it's still a good design. Okay, Aftermath is more difficult. Well, I'm gonna get that one then. Of course, you know me. OpenRST2. Scenarios. Pretty sure I need to restart it for that. Otherwise it won't show up. When do we get a sequel to Magical Magic Quarters? I mean, I'm kind of doing that currently with just pretty crazy castle. I guess. I realized I didn't post any of my scenarios anywhere. Yeah, if you want me to play your scenario, by the way, post them in scenario showcase. If they are kind of interesting, post a little bit of a challenge, but also give enough land kind of to build, or just a puzzle scenario. You know, if they're kind of interesting to me in some way, there's a good chance I'll play them. Currently the channel is not very active. Last one was 9 days ago. And I was looking for a scenario in there actually today, but no new one was posted there, so I just looked at RST-Go. Okay, so it was called Dam Breach. I presume it's either extreme or... it's not here, that's probably other parks. There we go. Oh, I do have relocation already. But we have the Aftermath. You used to own a popular park along a stream, but the nearby dam collapsed, destroying it almost completely. Salvage what you can from the ruins and begin anew atop the hill. You must, or the bank will have your head. Time to repay your loan. Which head of mine? Hehe. If you're looking for First Frontiers, it's the one on the Roller Coaster Tycoon tab. Oh, I didn't know. Also, what's up, Flying Welcome. Okay, so... Ooh, you use cheats to build this. This is the dam breach. I guess this was the dam. It no longer is the dam. And this was a filled lake. And it no longer is a filled lake. Now we have here sort of a lake. And yes, the park is underwater, which is not at all annoying. What's this? Yeah, what kind of... Does that belong to those highs? Is that like belong to... What is that scenery piece? Why can't I Wait, it's the tavern. Oh, it's the tavern. There we go. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, where's the park entry? There it is. Are the rides open? Okay, most can be opened. I mean, the park works. Unless there's no path. Hang on. Yeah, I still can't see any path. You have to build your park atop the hill. Oh wait, I can see path. That's not your park, that's the flooded park. Oh. Good. It's very good that I don't have to build in this, because that would have been very annoying. I was very much not looking forward to that. Oh crap, we're out of money. Wait, did we start with money? How much do they spawn with? You started with a little bit of money. Well, we can still salvage this. Okay, that one spawned with 70. 70. Wait, no, that was 80. No, 679. Okay, there we go. You have rights you can sell. I don't need to. I can do without. Unless I can't advertise. I can. I'll be fine. I'm going to advertise free food or drink. No, I won't. I will not use any of the stuff I have in that park. Okay, you all need to leave. I want new guests. Wait, why are they suddenly not spawning? They should spawn. We have loads of rides. We're not charging too much, are we? Okay, suddenly... Guests? Oh, I should... no longer pick a coaster type. No firing all the stuff here. And no name or ride of your choice. Drown any guest, I just want to see death. That's fair. Guests should spawn here. I can't drown this fella yet. Because I don't have water that I can drown anyone is. That I can drown anyone in, so that's not gonna work. I'm not understanding why guests are spawning so slowly. Because, I mean, I don't have the greatest of park ratings, but it's not terrible. What if I just hire a few entertainers? Let's see if that works. Let's see if that, if they're happy. Okay, that got spawned with 89. I guess I am... There we go. 59 I think is the minimum they can spawn with. Okay, now we got a good park rating. Now maybe they will spawn quickly enough to actually make money. Otherwise we will have to restart and then use a little bit of ads. If we quickly do the soft guest cap. Yeah, 790. That's plenty. I assume we're not charging too much with all these rides. Maybe we are? We have 17 rides though. How old are they? No, they're all brand new. So that should all be fine. Maybe I am charging a little bit too much though. Do we make money this way? Yes, we do. I was charging too much. Name the park Nederland because most of it is underwater already. No, it isn't. It's underwater. It's under the water level. It's under sea level, but it's not underwater. Also, Nederland, not Netherlands. Yeah, I can't type. There we go. We don't even need ads. We just need to fast forward. Is there a deadline? No. Hey, look at that. Best Gentle Ride Award. I can't even access any of it. Okay, let's start by building a junior coaster. Groningen is underwater right now. Where I live, it's not. Where I live, it's perfectly dry. Most of the tricks you're using so far weren't even known yet when I made this scenario. What do you mean? I opened the ride and charged 30 bucks for the park entrance. I've been doing that stuff for a long, long time. Put the balloon stall and be done. If you have 9,000 guests, although it's a park value goal, so that doesn't really work. Speaking of stuff, I need to change this. Dam breach. Custom scenario. There we go. Change the title. This was when you still thought entertainers were useless. Oh, that's a long time ago. Although, to be fair, my main problem was not the happiness, it was that I was charging too much. Well, it's not making it. No, that's fine. It's not like we're charging anything for this. It'll work fine. You know, put some TVs, guests will never want to leave, they'll be happy. It's not like if it's actually processing things, it's doing a useful thing. Well, actually, we do need the rating to get park value. So, let's put in some chains. OpenRST keeps crashing after the update. Well, go to the Discord and complain. They'll help you. I mean, complaining is probably not the best idea. I just say, hey, I've got this problem. Please help me out. I still kind of stand by my point that most of the time entertainers are useless, but only in normal parks. Charging 59. Because, you know, in normal parks, entertainers are not particularly useful. Because if your park is good, you shouldn't need entertainers. They should already be... The guests should already be happy naturally. Know what I mean? Charge 69. I believe the minimum is 59 that they can spawn with, so... no. I will not do that. Oh, look at that. The park rating is going down. I wonder why. This one might crash, actually. Might be going too fast. Huh. Oh, and then we're too high for supports. Well, we should catch it. Oh, god dang it. That should be enough. There we go. That's not at all dangerous. It only crashed once. Twice, technically. Honestly, this scenario isn't very difficult from this point on. It's just building rides. Until you're at 500k park value. Because we're making decent money from the entrance as well. Natural gas generation should slowly come about. You know, with good stats like these. Sorry, you've become too good. Yeah, exactly. That's why I kind of want to go back to your other park. Because I think that's more interesting. That you also made a long time ago. But yeah, I'm gonna save this. Coastal View Springs is named apparently. So, what was it named again? Like Alpine something? I tried to beat this a few years ago and I couldn't. Top of the Alps. Or maybe just top of the Alps. Okay, it's not here. I do have it. There we go. The top of the Alps. So, this scenario, and I will probably need to restart after we've kind of gone over it. The goal is to get 1100 guests, and the park rating may never be below 700. Now, the difficult thing is there are a few guests in the park. 69, nice. They're very happy. Do they want to leave? Or are they just walking? No, they're just walking. They don't want to leave, which is good. And, you know, they give some park rating. And if you build some rides, you can, I think, get it to high enough to get it above 700. That's what you need. Problem is... that... Oh, hang on. That is the path that guests need to walk to get into the park. It's long. They spawn, I guess there. Yeah, they spawn probably there. And then they need to walk all back and forth and stuff. Oh, look at that. We already have someone. And all the way back there. Hang on, there are some Easter eggs. What the hell is that? They're a crashed plane. That looks like it. There's another one. So, the thing is, We need to keep the guests in the park happy enough for the other guests to enter. Oh yeah, this was meant to be played in glacier weather. You're right. So let's pull up the cheats. Okay, let's not do blizzard. That's a bit... Can we do... Yeah, normal snow. That's not as harsh on the ice. This counts as... Does this count as rain? Either way, it's snowing. So, let's actually restart. Because I need the time, right? Guests do not like the blizzard. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna play in blizzard then. Okay, this is blizzard. And we need to keep the guests happy and in the park. Well, I have a solution for that now. Will I go full cheese? Nah, I'm not gonna go full cheese. But I'm gonna go cheese. So, solution, of course, is rather simple. Okay, we need a transport rights for this, of course. Let's use a monorail. Just 2 stations. And then open it up. You know, make sure it has stats. Then make it wait for full load so it never goes. I don't think this should be difficult, right? With all the knowledge I have now. But there might be something that I'm not seeing. Also, hey, we have no money, I just noticed. Whoops. But I did fail spectacularly last time I tried. So, everyone will eventually go on this monorail. And just to encourage them a little, I'll use some no entry signs. Then of course we use some TVs to keep them happy here. I've always wanted to beat this scenario, but never really took the time to try. So that's everyone trapped in the queue line. Now we just need to wait until the other guests enter the park. We got a park rating of... oh crap! We need more rides to get the park rating high enough. We need more stats, basically. So let's build. What's a good one? How about? Oh yeah, pre-built wild mouses and mountainous terrain don't really go well together, do they? Now. So let's just do that. Yeah, some unbanked turns. That sounds like a great idea. Need to make sure that we don't get a stat penalty. I'll just make it go back and forth. I just need stats. I don't care. No one needs to ride this. It doesn't need to be good. I just need more excitement, more intensity. Can I put percolator down somewhere? Oh, I can. Well, those are easy stats. One of those. And another one. And another one. There we go, 734. You remember making land for sale? Well, there's no money here. I think I remember there being money as well, but yeah, apparently there's not. It's not like I disabled it. Okay, so now we have a good enough park rating. And if you look at this, we get -100 for the difficulty. And then with the average ride intensity and ride excitement and total intensity and excitement, we get to past 700. We don't actually need to keep all 69 guests in the park. Just having one guest, as long as they're happy, will do the same. And in fact, even if he's lost then, that will still... We don't even need to trap them in a ride. We just need to keep them happy. It's cold there, yeah, it's -16. So now we just fast forward until the guests reach the park, which is gonna take a while. Hang on. Park rating's going down. Is that because the rides are breaking down? Oh, it's the average rime uptime stat. Duh. Okay, I should probably connect them to the path so that they can get fixed. That would seem like a bright idea. Okay, now connect that one too. And that one. And then, you know, you just hire some mechanics. There we go. Oh, that one's not connected. Well, it's fine. I even set the custom price for the land sale. Something's going on. Oh, your playthrough does have money? But if I load it in this version of the game, it doesn't. Wait, your playthrough, have you completed it? That's odd. I thought you hadn't completed it, but also that's very odd. It's called Summit Park. I mean, let's first just see what happens when the guests finally find their way to the park, which, may I remind you, is gonna take a while. Because they're still not here. Oh, there we go. They're going to arrive. They're immediately super unhappy. Oh, and apparently very hungry. So what we should do is hire an absolute ton of entertainers. And first just make them happy. Also give them some of that. Okay, you're almost there. You can do it. I'm pretty sure I would not have made it with money right now because I just spent too much. But obviously, getting these stats, I just spent whatever because money was disabled. I didn't really care, but you can do that much better. Also, how about some benches? That should help them. Okay, we're getting some more guests. That is a thing. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to massively cheese this for now. Okay, so that should work. This should eventually get us to 1100 guests. It's gonna take a while. Wait, we failed? What happened to the park rating? It slowly went down. Is that the guest happiness? Or is it guests being lost, I guess? Oh, litter. Duh. Yeah. Well, not just litter. Because it was like 800 before. Does it show? Can we see it? Like, no, we can't. Oh no, it definitely was not 800. Okay, so let's just force open the park. There we go. We have the park opened again. Because it's just kind of a test, right? I think from now on we should be able to beat this scenario. But it's gonna take absolutely forever. Is harder guest generation on? Yes, it is. Okay, then from this point we will not beat it. Okay, you sent an updated version with the weather and the money. Good. Let's actually do this properly instead of faffing about. Okay, I need to restart the game again. You love watching me beat it. Of course you do. You always love that. You love watching anyone beat it. There we go. Okay, the top of the Alps 2024. Okay, so we start with 10k. Pause. Immediately pause. I don't have to explain anymore what this is about to. I will pull out all the stops here. I will not hold any punches. I'm gonna use every single trick in the book. So. Dip, 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 dip. Okay. You can go in test mode. Okay, I don't need to be paused like that. Then we will do... What a fucker. I hate you. I hate you so much. Why did you remove them? Oh, look, I don't need them. I don't need them. You cheekily removed the no entry sign and the Q line TV. Okay, so sell that. And no, actually, we need that. There's no back button. I didn't do that just now. What do you mean? It wasn't... I mean, I did have them available just now, so... Anyway. What I need to do... There's not that much hurry. It's not like I... I'm acting like I need to do this, like, precise on the second. I don't think there's a need for that. I mean, I was gonna say there is no need for that, but... I shouldn't make definitive statements. Did making new scenarios shuffle the inventions list again? Maybe? Either way, let's open this up. Let's do just and wait for any load. Doesn't really matter. Let's first test it. And then we Do that. And do we have anything that doesn't? Yeah, donuts don't give any waste. So there we go. Okay, so I'll also do drinks. Okay, when we do drinks we need a staff member anyway. And a cash machine. And they will stay happy there. My 2021 version also didn't have the no entry signs. Okay, but what about TVs? Oh, I had an older version anyway. Ah. Okay, so this is slowly taking everyone to the maze trap. Drowned guest 99. I don't think that's possible. Yeah. In fact, I need to turn that off entirely. Can someone refund that? Hang on. View rewards, channel points. No longer drown a guest. Thank you, Max. Okay, all the guests are complaining they're not hungry. Fun. Okay, we can overcharge. Oh wait, that's a roast sausage stall. That's not a drink stall. That's a drink stall. Now the question is, of course, does this setup make money? I don't think it does. Okay, I don't need research, I think. No, we have plenty of rides. We don't have a soft guest cap yet, though. Which we can, of course, easily attain. Via... What shall we use? Just use some twists. I think even if they're closed, we'll still get the park rating from them. Alright. $668. Did it go that slow? Or has it not been updated? 693. Okay, there we go. We need a little bit more. Is it enough? Yes, 707. Can you make the monorail prettier? Sure. There you go. I'm just gonna build more twists. Because, you know, they'll attract more guests. And we do charge for the rides, by the way. How can I make a ton of money with a ride? I guess a maze that they'll continuously go on. I can't do the stat thing. Oh, we have a custom ride available. Covered Alpine Bob ride. And Lotter Moria Mines Plunge. Okay, we gotta... once the guests are in the park, I will make them quickly happy. Or instead of quickly making them happy, I can just do this. I think that'll work. Just immediately lead them to the monorail. That should work, right? This should... What's the goal? 1100 guests. And the park rating can never go below 700. I think this should work. So let's save. 2024 V1. So let's now just fast forward. Okay, we are definitely losing money. Okay, now they're starting to get hungry. Yeah, we're also paying loan interest. And all the twists are going down. But once we have more guests, we will gain more money as well from... Hang on, can we advertise? We can advertise. I'm gonna try to do it without. Park rating. Oh, wait, did it go too low? Hang on. Oh, it's because some of these bastards broke down. I need to build a few more. Can they break down when they're closed down? Because if not, then I can just close them all down and not worry about that, right? Of course, then they won't attract any guests, but there should already be a whole bunch of guests on the way to the park. With all these rides. Let's see. Does closing them down kill the park rating? It does not. Well, then let's just keep a good eye on the park rating. Okay, I wonder if we'll eventually make money. We have to, as I am out of money. Oh, we do have a loan available. A pretty... Holy crap, man. We have a massive loan available. Oh, they're not... Why are they not going... Oh, of course. Oh, it's the other side that's broken down. Oh, this guy's responding to the monorail. There we go. So you have that side. And you have only that side. That way they won't be responding to anything else. Yeah, this seems... What's wrong with the park rating? How long do we have? 3 weeks. Okay, that is in theory plenty of time. Lost guests. Ah, crap. They didn't get happy quick enough. Oopsie. Luckily we have plenty of cash and we can let them go. We don't even need cash for that. We can just pick them up. Oh crap, it's 100 guests. Ugh. That's a lot. Wait, do we have any rides here that cannot break down? Yes, we have the maze. Hang on, I'm going to design this a little differently. I'm going to restart quickly. And I'm going to design this a little bit differently. I kind of want to make a design that can do it by itself, you know? Because that seems fun. Okay, so back to the drawing board. We are currently right here. Okay. I'll use the maze for guest attraction. And I will need a monorail to get the guests somewhere. And that somewhere needs to have a connection back to the park entrance. Can I buy that annoying thing? Yeah, for 69. Very nice. That means I can now make this flat. Oh, can't lower land here. You bastard! Wait, it didn't say forbidden. Okay, it is forbidden. Okay, that doesn't exactly work. Okay, because I can't just use the maze, because they'll not all go on there. Well, I guess we can kind of use the maze. I wish we could have one... I mean, one-way paths do exist, but not if you don't have a no entry sign. Because then they don't. And I could have just continued with the old bit, but that only kind of works if the guest... I mean, I would have had to manually do them all, and I can't be asked to do that. You know, I could just build a single maze and then just go for the default maze trap thing. Yeah, why not do that? Let's see if that just works. So I'll just do a maze trap. Now, in fact... Now, it's because the reason I want to go home in the previous example, I guess, is because they're all low energy, right? Hang on, I want to reload this. And just see if I can make it work anyway. So I gotta... Okay, I gotta do a few things. Gotta hire a mechanic here. And gotta hire a mechanic on the other side. And then I need to make the guests... Alright, I don't have Q-Line TVs. I forgot, but I do have, of course, entertainers. And I can make them just become happy a lot quicker. Also, when they're standing in queue line, they gain energy. So if I just make this thing wait a very long time anyway. If I just make this thing not go. Hang on, if I just put an entrance here. You know, and then if I just make it wait for full load or anything. We don't need a long waiting time. I can just make it go whenever I like. Oh, is it still on dam breach? Whoops. Edit stream info. The top of the Alps. Custom scenario. There we go. Now I can make them wait as long as I like. Okay, we got our stall setup here. Yeah, I need to remove all the twists. And I'll just use mazes instead. We're gonna need a ton of them. But that's fine, at least they don't break down. Yes, I know my park rating has dropped below 700. Shut up. I'm working on it, okay? I'm absolutely working on it. And once we have the mazes, I think all I need to do is just hire a whole bunch of entertainers. And that should, I think, be all. This makes me want to make scenarios. Well, go ahead. You know. The more the better. Okay, we have 25 mazes now. Is that enough to get the park rating high enough? It is. Good. Let's see, do we have an entertainer and a handyman there? Yes, we do. Okay, now I'm gonna hire a whole bunch more. And of course, we're gonna need a whole lot of them here as well. And once they're... in fact, we're gonna need most of them there. And once they're there... we ought to be fine. Those 25 mazes attract 1,000 guests, by the way. Which is a lot. I'll put these here as well. Yeah, if we build a few more mazes, we'll already attract enough for the 2,500 guests. So I'm just gonna offer the 25 for the 1,100 guests that we need. There we go. That is 31 mazes now, attracting 1,240 guests. And let's save the park as version 2. Now, something will probably go wrong. But let's see. There, they just bought their first round of food. As they would. But it's already back to... oh, they haven't bought any drinks yet. Are they not thirsty? Oh, there they are. Okay, we're getting new guests. The good thing is, if any of these guests feel annoyed or whatever, then they can just leave. Okay, still not got a lot of energy, but it should be increasing. Oh, it's not, because they're also hungry. Okay, that's stupid. Maybe we need to make them buy food first. That's possible. But that's why we saved. What award did you get? Best gentle ride. Would you guess? Would you guess the best gentle ride award? But let's see what happens if we make it go. Oh, hang on. Oh crap, I put it in test mode. They're all leaving now. Oh wait, no they didn't. Why is it not... waiting for the 211 seconds that was still there. Because I had that for a bit or something. Why is it... what? Why is the monorail not going? What? Huh? Okay, now it's going. Let's see if guests want to go home. Yeah, they do. I thought they would. Because I don't have energy. No problem. Okay, I do wonder if this actually solves it. Okay, just to prevent that problem from happening again, I'm just going to reset that right already. Because they're hungry. I'm just going to give this away for free. They will always bump into this, right? Thing. Which should mean that they will always buy the burger. Which should give them enough energy for them to start gaining energy when they are in the queue line. Or lower their hunger enough. I wonder if that's actually gonna work. That is an interesting strategy that I haven't used before. So that's very interesting to think about. Could of course try to solve this a normal way with kind of a normal park, but I think this is interesting. Also, thank you for the 2 months, Kuhaku. Where are the guests? Oh, I guess they're not going. Hang on. Oh, there they are. Never mind. Okay, are they actually... No, this... Didn't even get a hamburger. But you're super hungry. Do they... Yeah, some people did get a hamburger. Okay, I have a solution. Hang on, what if I close this? Lol, poor guest. So what if I close that? And then just... also remove that. Then just have them be there. Eventually, these guests... Alright, their energy is not going up now. I can't quickly do that, right? I mean, I guess I could use benches. I don't have the cash for that right now. But I only have 2 benches available. Will this eventually keep guests in the park? Because what we need is just... Oh, whoops. I didn't pay attention. Oh, of course, litter. Duh. Right? Yeah, litter killed it. Yeah, it's still proving a challenge. Well, it's... I think I could beat it doing kind of a more normal thing. But I want to see if I can do it very exploity. Which might be faster if you can just fast forward. But yeah, it is still proving a challenge. Because they're very tired. And that's why they're not gaining energy when they're stuck in a queue line. So I need to have them all get food before they are actually going in the queue line. But yeah, they might not do that if they're unhappy or something. I'm not sure. But this should be free, by the way. You can use your 2-tile extreme height setup. Can I? No, I can't. No, yes, I can. Actually. Yeah. But that won't allow us to beat it. That's gonna take hours. Even at the fastest. We will need the extra rides for the extra park rating, because we lose 100 because of the difficulty. But that won't allow us to beat it in time. That's the thing. So the problem is their energy. I could just, of course, manually let them go. But that's a bit boring, innit? Now, of course... Oh yeah, the energy level is wrong. That's 2 as well. Hang on. What if I do this? I'm gonna remove that. Then I'm gonna put... like, whatever food stall there. Let's do one that doesn't make a mess, so... Donut stall. Okay, now that's not gonna work. I wanted to have the exit right there, but I can't have the exit there. Of the monorail. Because there's land in the way. You could make an underground food court with a lot of benches. Okay, the thing is, it's not difficult to beat right now, because some guests will want to stay in the park, but I have to manually transport the guests that won't to outside of the park, and that is a lot of effort, you see? And that's what I don't want to deal with. Only this land is annoying. So I'm trying to see how I can get past that. The fact that I don't have a no entry sign is also rather annoying. Do we research any? No, there's no scenery and theming to be unlocked. So we're not going to research anything. Is there any way to make like one-way pathways? We need a guest teleporter version for lost guests. I guess, yeah, kind of that will work. I probably removed it after you pointed out its usefulness back in 21. Yeah, you probably did. Can't we just... Hang on. I have a different solution. Now. I'm going to start over again. Because I think we have enough cash for this. So I'm just gonna... Do I have a save file of a monorail like that? No, I don't. I'm just gonna build like the monorail here. Build it a bit... I was gonna say a bit higher, but that's not high enough. Oh, god damn it, now it's too high up. That's annoying. Okay, that should work. I don't know why I'm making this 4 tiles long. It doesn't need to be 4 tiles long. Okay, we'll do that, and then, you know... Wait for full load. On the wrong side. Yep, dip. And then we'll just build a long queue line. That should be enough, right? Put some entertainers in there. Also, of course, we need to be able to fix this thing. And with some entertainers, this should easily be enough. Now, in vanilla, this would not work with one ride, because the queue line limit is 1,000, but you only need 1,100 guests, so you could simply build a second ride. Let's increase the loan to 69,000. Now, I always have trouble imagining how many guests can fit in a queue line. It's about 5 per tile, so... I'm gonna need at least... 200 tiles. I don't think I'm there yet. Well, 200 is 1,000 then. I need more. I also need to make sure I'm quick enough before the guests want to leave. Although I only need 1 guest. Whoops. Now I'm building through the queue line itself. Okay, there we go. Oh, they're all leaving. I was too late. Wait, you're not. You're heading for monorail 1. There we go, queuing for monorail 1. One guest is enough. Now I just need to hire a ton of entertainers to keep them happy. They keep spawning at the guest. You know, I could have just trapped them quickly in a small monorail and then built the big one. Why did you make the queue line so long? Because I need to store 1100 guests in it. More entertainers. Are you not entertained? Okay, that guest needs to be happy. We have 9 guests left. That's enough though. Now we need to build all the mazes we need to get to a soft guest cap of 1100. Well, more importantly, get the park rating above 700. Soft guest cap of 1100 is nice if we want to beat it in any kind of timely fashion. But getting the park rating above 700 is more important. Because otherwise we will fail. How many entertainers per guest? Currently about 1 per 5.5. Well, I mean, at the moment, it's about 22 per 1. But for what I need, it's about 1 per 5.5. How many of these do we got now? 25. That's not enough. Yeah, is enough. These need a while to spread out, but I'm already gonna trap a few here so that these guests definitely stay happy. Because that is important. Yeah, it should be enough. I have some experience with this. Oh yeah, soft guest cap is 1000 with harder guest generation. We can build. Is this long enough? 499, 599, 855. No, we probably can't build this anywhere. I'll just build a custom one. But yeah, you're absolutely right. This thing, I think, gives 55. So we'll need, it gives another 110. Which is exactly enough. God, too high for support. Doesn't need to be terribly good. It just needs to have 6 excitement and be 600 meters long. That's all. Do you have Q-line TVs? No, they are not available. Okay, just a few helixes will do. Luckily, we do have plenty of cash. Nah, got land not owned by park. I'll admit, this was a bigger challenge than I expected. Luckily, there is still enough to beat it. I kind of need a little bit more space to nicely... Wait. Oh, I need to do a small turn there, obviously. Duh. There we go. Now I can nicely go around there. Okay, is this enough? Is this 600 meters? There are a lot of helixes, so they're often longer than it seems. You can buy construction rights if needed. Oh, I can. Nice. Okay, let's see. It's long enough, the stats aren't quite there. Not a problem. Now they are. 6.04. We need to keep this running. So... mechanic there. Mechanic there. And mechanic there. Oh, and I'm of course gonna extend this queue line a little bit. Oh god, there are so many entertainers stuck on the wrong side. Okay, you know what? I'll fire all the entertainers and rehire them again. Because I don't want to manually reposition all the entertainers. That's a lot more work. Because I want them all be in the queue line. They'll be a lot more effective that way. I will skip the one that I already... Well, I was going to skip the one, but I accidentally fired that one. I will skip the other ones that I already trapped at the start of the entrance. Like number 144. And a few others still. Huh, they're all really late in the numbers. Oh, there are only 3 of them? I thought I trapped like a lot more, like 7 or so. But apparently not. I think maybe I just put them there and forgot to actually put a thing, you know, their area of expertise. I hope at least the entertainers didn't need to walk to work in their suits. Of course they do. There's no changing room in the park. So they absolutely did need to walk in their suits. You fired a couple of them early on the fight. A couple? I thought only one. Oh, whoops. Let's keep it at 200. We can go higher, but I want to, you know, keep it to the vanilla limit. Alright. To version 1. Let's see if I have not forgotten anything by running it. And slowly the entertainers should kind of spread themselves out. Let's keep an eye on the park rating, shall we? Let's spend more on that. There the guests come. And, yeah, I think it's just a waiting game now. Park rating seems to be holding up. We are kind of going into the negatives. Just slightly. Very consistent weekly profit though. Park value is slowly going up because we're getting more guests. Wait, are we no longer getting guests quickly? Feels like it's not going up as quick anymore. Yeah, it slowed down a lot. Wait, oh, I never opened that thing. You beat it, almost. There we go. There's no way I'm ever gonna get out of debt here, though. And the funny thing is, these are all still incredibly low on energy. Because their stats don't change when they're hungry in a queue line, apparently. But they're all super happy though, because that does change. I finally beat this scenario years after trying it for the first time. And I'm pretty sure I'm the first one. Now, that doesn't mean that much necessarily, because it's not like a whole lot of people tried it. But still. Also, the queue line was easily long enough. Because they go to here, and they go the whole bit up there and all the way there. And that's probably not like 500 guests easily. But as I said, I'm terrible at estimating how many people fit in a queue line. So. Completed. Let's see what I did in previous iterations when I tried it previously. And let's see when that was as well. There we go. Okay, that was late 2021. Oh, and then I also have a version 2, version 3, version 4. It's good to see that my naming scheme has not changed for these parks. So yeah, here I did have queue-line TVs. So after that you removed the queue-line TVs, I guess. So I tried trapping them in queue lines. Oh yeah, this thing is trapped. So I still trapped them in a queue line. And I think the idea was to trap the other guests in the queue line as well. I never got that far. My park rating always was screwed over or something at some point. So, well, I mean, I have more versions of this. So let's see what I did in the other versions. This is just a later version of the same... Hang on, I just advertised. I saw the money spent. Yeah, I started advertising. I think that's when I discovered you could advertise, because just like now, I assumed that was disabled. Okay, this is when the first guests, I think, have entered. I don't know why I didn't complete this. Because this seems entirely completable from this point, right? You know, because the guests can leave if they want to, and, you know, if they ride a ride and they'll be lucky, they'll gain energy. How long is the path to reach the entrance? A little over a year long. Takes about an hour. So what's the last version I did of this? There's one more. Why did I stop? Or was I like, oh Max, I've practically beaten this. And then you removed the queue line TVs or something. I'm not sure. Why I stopped. But this seems beatable. I'm not making a profit yet, but... Yeah, I even enabled this ride again. Maybe you just ran out of time that day, who knows? Whatever happened, I didn't finish it. But I did now. And it's not a very exciting park, to be honest. It's not a profitable park, not at all. Although, of course, we did not need 200 entertainers. Been edging for nearly 3 years straight. Oh, I'm always edging. That's normal for me. Maybe you disabled money for some changes and forgot to enable. Oh, I'm guilty of that. Same with sandbox mode. Like, I've made the scenario with sandbox mode accidentally enabled before. Because I had it when I was working on it. Okay, but that's it for this scenario. For this stream, I mean. Also for this scenario, I guess. Let's see who I can raid. Someone called Blake Prod is playing Roller Coaster Tycoon. And you guys call me a furry, but this guy or girl is an actual furry, considering that's one of the tags. There's got nothing wrong with that. They have like a furry VTuber avatar, which looks kind of cool. They're playing Butterfly Dam. So, thank you very much for watching. I'll send you to Blake Prod, or Blake P. Rod, I don't know. Give them all your love and stuff, and I'll see you later. Bye bye, see you next time, have a good night.